Squid Game Season 2 is far more than a brutal survival game. It's a dark, philosophical commentary on human nature, our choices, and the consequences that come with them. From the opening scene, where a homeless man is forced to choose between a piece of bread or a lottery ticket, the series establishes a fundamental truth. Our choices define us, even in the direst circumstances. Gi-hun, or Player 456, exemplifies this tension. When he chooses not to board the plane to reunite with his daughter, it sets off a chain of events that forces him to reckon with his ideals, morality, and the nature of human beings. As William Shakespeare said, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." In Squid Game, the devils aren't external, they reside within us, shaped by our desires, fears, and the choices we make. The games in Squid Game are more than just life or death competitions. They represent human instincts, societal constructs, and philosophical dilemmas. Dakji, a traditional Korean paper tile game. Players must flip their opponent's paper tile by slamming their own tile onto it. This game is a metaphor for the illusion of control. The salesman manipulates the outcome, reflecting how systems, whether financial, political, or social, are rigged to benefit those in power. The game underscores the vulnerability of those at the bottom, always being manipulated by those who hold the cards. Bread or lottery. This scene, the salesman approaches homeless individuals in a park, offering them a choice between immediate survival, symbolized by a piece of bread, or the uncertain possibility of wealth through a lottery ticket. The individuals are forced to make a decision: take the bread for their basic needs or risk it all for the chance of winning a prize through the lottery. This moment symbolizes humanity's internal conflict between security and the desire for something greater. The choice between bread and a lottery ticket reflects the struggle between choosing a safe, predictable option, survival, and taking a gamble for the hope of something more. It illustrates how people, when desperate, are often willing to take risks for the potential of a better life, even when the odds are against them. As Søren Kierkegaard said, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Six-legged pentathlon. In this game, 5 players are shackled together, forming a six-legged unit. They must navigate a circular track, completing 5 distinct mini-games at designated stations along the way. Each player is assigned a specific mini-game to complete. The team must work in unison to advance, with the collective success or failure determining their fate. This game underscores the challenges of teamwork under pressure. It highlights the necessity of coordination, trust, and mutual support among team members. The six-legged configuration symbolizes the interconnectedness of individuals within a group, emphasizing that the group's success relies on the harmonious functioning of all its parts. The game reflects how fragile human cooperation can be when individuals are forced to work together in high-pressure situations. Mingle, trust, alliances, and betrayal. Players are required to quickly form groups matching a specific number after the platform they stand on stops rotating. Those who fail to form the correct groups are eliminated. Mingle symbolizes the pressure to conform and the fear of exclusion. In the context of society, it mirrors the desperation individuals feel to belong to groups, even when those groups may lead them to make morally questionable choices. It's a reflection of how societal pressures force us to seek inclusion, sometimes at the expense of our personal ethics. Special game, division and manipulation. After the introduction of the voting system in Season 2, the players are divided into factions based on their votes. Later, during Lights Out, the guards secretly hand out forks to the players along with their meals. This is done discreetly, and the forks are not presented as weapons initially. When the lights go out, a violent confrontation breaks out, as the players, now armed with forks, are forced into a brutal survival scenario. Trust and alliances are put to the test, as players must decide whether to protect their group or betray others for survival. The special game exposes the manipulation and division that can arise when survival is at stake. the vote that divided the players into factions based on a shared goal of winning the money, creates an environment where alliances are fragile. This game highlights the darkness in human nature when survival is on the line, and how easily individuals can be pushed toward betrayal and violence when trust is broken. The frontman's descent into cynicism. The frontman, Hwang In-ho, is a tragic figure in Squid Game. Once a police officer who sought to protect the innocent, In-ho became disillusioned after personal loss and his immersion in the games. His transformation into the frontman was marked by a loss of faith in humanity. Now, as the overseer of the games, In-ho believes that people are incapable of change, and that the system is ultimately flawed beyond redemption. In-ho's philosophy represents the harsh reality that systems of oppression often create more cynics than rebels. His descent into darkness reflects the corrupting influence of power and his eventual acceptance that humanity is incapable of self-redemption. He embodies Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of the Übermensch, a figure who transcends traditional morality to embrace the harsh realities of existence. Gi-hun's journey in Season 2 is marked by his internal battle between hope and despair. He refuses to abandon his ideals, even when faced with overwhelming odds. However, each game serves as a reminder that hope can be a dangerous thing when it goes unchallenged. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Gi-hun's clash with the frontman is not just physical, but ideological. While the frontman believes in the inevitability of human corruption, Gi-hun's struggle is a testament to his belief that change is still possible. His fight against the system becomes a philosophical battleground, one that forces him to confront his deepest fears about humanity's potential. Like George Orwell's Animal Farm, Squid Game is a commentary on the corrupting influence of power. In Animal Farm, the animals overthrow their human oppressors, only to create a new system of inequality. Similarly, Squid Game exposes how systems of power evolve but never truly disappear. As Orwell writes, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. The games in Squid Game reflect this truth, as the players find themselves trapped in an endless cycle of manipulation and betrayal, no matter their actions. At its core, Squid Game Season 2 is a profound meditation on choice, morality, and survival. The games force the players, and us, the viewers, to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature. Whether it's Gi-hun's relentless pursuit of justice, the frontman's tragic descent into cynicism, or Il-nam's nihilistic worldview, Squid Game asks the ultimate question: can humanity break free from its own self-destructive tendencies? In the end, the show teaches us that no one is truly free from the consequences of their choices. We are all part of a system that demands our participation, and the cost of survival is often higher than we are willing to pay. Anyways, subscribe if you want more videos like this.